Welcome to Sports for You Wrestling. It's our ring, our section. From the bay, we flexing. Fat four, keep the crowd out, all guessing. Welcome to Sports for You.
We'll get this right eventually, I said. That's what I said. Welcome to another episode of Sports U Wrestling. It's a busy weekend of wrestling this coming up. Why am I here in the background? But I am Trail. That is John.
Yeet.
I'm Trail. And returning from the cities of Gotham is the one and only Lamagina herself, Nessa Monica Monroe. Why am I here myself? Listen, and of course, John doing his best Kenny from South Park impression right now, but John got his doing Take that back.
God,
what is going on with the audio?
Oh my God, they killed Kenny, you bastards.
We are live. We here to talk about a whole lot of stuff that's been going on throughout the week of wrestling. But first, I hate to do it, but we always got to start with some bad news and stuff like that. Logan Paul. Tore his if y'all caught Saturday night's main event or the stream, shout out to y'all for doing the stream. Logan Paul suffered a tricep injury towards the end of that match and just got surgery. And rumor has it he was not under any anesthesia. He went full throttle at it and was under the knife. And the doctors told him he's supposed to be out 5 to 6 months, but he's hell bent on coming back sooner rather than later. Question: should we stick a fork in the vision because every time? Like, Nessa, what do you think should happen to the vision? Because it's the last man standing.
Never something I will.
What is going on with your audio?
I thought I was tripping. I was like, I hope it can't be me. It can't be me. I got a PC. It can't be me. I was like, listen, PTSD is coming after me. You know.
I don't know.
That is. Hey, John, you can hear me correctly, right? Can you hear me?
Wow.
What is happening? What is happening? Y'all can hear me though, right?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, cool. I thought it was just I thought I was tripping. But in the meantime, we get her response when she gets back. John, should the Vision should they split this team up? Because like I was saying, Austin Theory is the last man standing that has not been injured. Knock on wood.
Well, they're not. I don't think. I mean, you never can predict injury. Injuries just happen. But clearly Austin Theory is the last one standing, and obviously we saw what they was teasing on Monday with him. So I think I don't think they split it, and I seen Boston Reed. I saw Bronson, the pictures of Bronson Reed, and dude's like he's in the best shape of his career.
That nigga look sick, nasty, bro.
Yeah, he looks like he's coming back with a vengeance. So I think they gotta let this play out until when Logan Paul gets back, and then because I think he'll probably be back somewhere. He's gonna push hard to be back before 6 months, because clearly 6 months would mean he probably won't be back to like Survivor Series time.
December.
So I don't think they should put the fork in him just yet. Let's see what Bronson Reed looks like when he gets back from his injury. Yeah. And like I said, he's looking like he is going to be on a mission. So let's play this out.
Yeah, because right now, Paul Heyman was like, him and Braun Breaker defending those championships. But the run that Braun Breaker's on, it's only a matter of time Bronson Reed comes back. And Bronson Reed and Austin Theory defending those tag team titles, sign me up for that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But I know Logan Paul, the character, and sometimes the person isn't everyone's cup of tea. But here at S4U Wrestling, we don't wish nor make fun of legit injuries. So we do wish Logan Paul the best on this speedy recovery.
Right.
And get well soon, champ. Let's see here. Let's see what we got here. Hello.
I'm back. Does it work?
There we go. There we go. What's up with it?
Yeah, what the heck was that?
Look, all I did was log in, come in, and wait.
Listen.
Apparently, my computer is still on vacation mode.
If y'all don't know Nessa, she likes to make those dramatic entrances and returns and stuff like that. So she always has some going on. So, shout out to JoJo. I see what you did there.
It's not even on purpose either.
Nope. That's why this show is different from everybody else, because shit just happens and you think you're doing this on purpose, and we're really not. We're really not. But Nessa, I was asking, what are your thoughts on the Vision and pretty much Logan Paul being the next man down in that group, and your Theo on his way back?
Yeah, that man is getting jacked. Like, damn. Anyway, what part of what I said earlier did any of y'all hear?
All of it.
You didn't hear any of it? Or you heard all of it? I just sounded weird.
We didn't hear all of it.
It was echoed and carried and like canceling each other out.
Okay, so first off, I was saying I don't wish injury upon anybody, no matter who you are. I hope Logan Paul gets better. But shout out to Dawkins for flattening him.
She just couldn't help it.
Jesus Christ.
She couldn't help it.
Shout out to Dawkins. Which one of you hit the boo button? Oh, okay. Okay, that's what we're doing tonight. All right. Anyway, I don't think Austin Michael Murray can hold the Vision on his own. Braun Breaker needs to be on his own. Unless Bronson Reed comes back and they get the tag titles back, I don't feel like the Vision is a Vision at all.
At all. And John was talking about earlier. We're finally getting the progression with Austin Michael Murray and one Maxine Dupree.
I know.
Otis was talking a little smack, and she's like, "Yo, chill out."
She got cruel intentions. She got some cruel intentions in those eyes.
Hey, why be judging?
I'm not judging.
I mean, you might not be wrong, but
look.
She was giving a real Michelle girl.
I love me some Otis, okay? We love some Otis. But Maxine saw Austin Michael Murray, and she doing what she gotta do.
He's not mad. He's not bad. He's just misunderstood.
He turned around. She saw that look she was giving him. She saw that look she was giving him, and it was straight.
She was ready to give him the ghost.
Yep. We should
Ready to
expect.
risk it all.
We should expect the GCT text messages in the group chat from Austin Theory anytime now. So
got the draws, dog.
got the draws, dog.
Blame her. I don't
blame him.
And I hope he and I hope he has $1.
Oh, and you know what? You know what he can do with that $1? Go to Milk and Cookies.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the Milk and Cookies. You know what I'm saying? Because you can never go wrong with the cookies and milk. You're right there.
Milk and cookies. All right.
Yeah, milk and cookies. Yep. Shout out to the cookie monsters out there. Anyway, so
shout out.
Now, the last time we left y'all last week at the end of the show, we had some breaking news that we wanted to wait until we got more confirmation on it, but it was news that we was not expecting, and some of us was low-key fearing the worst outcome possible, and that is one Ludwig Kaiser was arrested last week for charges of assault. And so we was like, all through the weekend, we was, having group chat messages, hoping that, he doesn't get fired. Because we know WWE's track record, they don't play with any bad buzz, especially legal-wise, name attached to it. So he was arrested May last. Supposedly the incident happened back in April, where him and his chick was in the elevator, getting their grope on as you should. And some guy had something to say about it, and he wound up getting, his dome split, so to speak. He was arrested. There was a warrant out for his arrest, and he turned himself in and got bailed up by Gunther.
Got that bill.
Shout out to the ring general for hooking his boy up and getting him out.
Got that bill money.
So far, the judge that he's hearing, actually, his pre-hearing is set for July. I think the 16th, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, it's set for in July. The judge granted him the ability to travel with the company, so he's still able to do his AAA duties. He's still able to travel internationally as well, especially with the European tour coming up this week. So, first of all, Nessie, you wasn't here last week, but what was your initial thoughts when you heard the news that the boy got arrested?
Thank you for confirming that he is Grande Americano.
They already did for me.
Because we didn't know. Did you know for sure he was?
I did not. I was not 100% sure because they were saying he was in Mexico. I'm like, I never saw him in Mexico. So now it's confirmed, man. You know what I'm saying?
It's been confirmed.
Maybe he was just on vacation.
Maybe he was.
He was just on vacation. I was on vacation.
When I found out, obviously I didn't know what to think besides that part, because we didn't have the whole story. When we got half the story, I still feel like, obviously, you don't want to assault nobody, but people just be asking to get hit in the face. And some people do need to get hit in the face sometimes. I'm very pro-violence at this point.
Well, we know.
You should have just mind your business. That's what I was feeling. And even now, finding even more about the story, mind your motherfucking business.
More.
And, if you are feeling unloved, feeling like a hater,
go get laid.
you. What? Well, get laid, sir. I mean, I'm pretty sure you can afford a $2 hooker. And if you can't, I mean, there's mail order brides.
Holla for that
Mail
dollar.
order brides, and if people are attested by you, there is such thing as a sex doll. So, you got options. That's how I feel about this. Shout out to
grotesque by y'all.
Shout out to Grande for doing what he did. And I hope he got laid for it.
Oh, you already know.
I think that was the least of his worries.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Because
Andrea, girl, I hope you put it on him.
The worst possible scenario when you get the biggest push of your life at the height of your career is 1, injury, and 2, legal problems.
Yes,
those are the worst outcomes. But there was one rumor story that came out about supposedly the guy made an ice remark towards his girlfriend. Now, several people within WWE, including one John Bradshaw Layfield, believes that was an actual plant story, meaning that it's not a real story. My theory is they probably put that story out to have him look good in this situation. But on the flip side, it puts that dude in harm's way because if he never really said that, people are going to assume he did. And
let me just put it like this. This man is not going to put hands on you unless you said something to provoke him. Whether it was true or not, he still said something to provoke him to get hit in the face.
Hey, I mean, he is a hothead, though.
So either way, you still had it coming, no matter what.
Right.
No matter what you really said.
But if you just said, have some respect to get your own room, you got socked out, everyone's just going to laugh at you. But if people believe you're making ice remarks, and this happened in Florida, where there's a lot of Latinos, Afro-Latinos in that state alone.
And I believe that the statement was said. For me, I believe it because the fact that Florida is a swing state. Florida, unfortunately, has that rep for being like that. So the fact that the statement might have been said, I believe it.
Yeah. Because the rumor is it's a plant, so that story didn't even exist. But we
don't know. We were not in the elevator. We were not in the elevator. We were not there. No one's going to actually know the truth besides them and God. So.
But luckily, he's good to go. The trial is set for July. He shouldn't, if he was facing any jail time, they would have kept him around. So
no, he would have been. He would have been named as a flight risk. So
yeah. So if anything, he'll probably settle out of court. No, because this is not even a lawsuit. This is an actual trial and everything. So we'll see how that goes. That's a whole different animal in itself. So John, your thoughts on this whole situation? And so far, we're getting Americano battles coming up this weekend for now.
He was waiting for this. Go ahead, drink your water. He's been like this, waiting.
This has been a long 7 days. Oh man. Ladies and gentlemen, people of the jury, boys and girls,
children of all nations,
children of all ages.
I know she said nations.
And nations.
I see you.
And nations.
I see you.
If you're mad a problem with what Ludwig Kaiser and Miss Andrea were doing, just go because you don't extinguish the Latina heat. Go find your own.
Hold on, wait a minute.
Keep the fire burning. Don't go get the water hose and try to turn the water down. What the heck, dude?
Alex, you showed up right on time.
There was nothing they were doing, even if they were butt ball naked in that elevator, that really had
I
you.
wouldn't even gone in the elevator if they were butt ball nigga, to be honest.
You know what I mean? Exactly.
I'm like,
and they were feeling some type of way. You was probably having a bad
like
day.
This. Whoop, click.
You was probably having a bad day, and Kaiser and Andrea were collateral damage, which didn't happen. I told you, Alex, what happened the other day. I told you at work the other day how the dude how Kaiser got arrested because some dude was mad because he was having some public display of affection with his lovely Latina getting off their elevator at their condominium or wherever the Kaiser estate is, and you had to let him know, don't disrespect my lady. So, ladies and gentlemen, make this be a note. If you want to try to have a good night, get your Latina. Get you a nice woman of color. Go get you a nice woman of color. Please.
My name is Nessa, La Madrina. And I approve this message.
Go get your woman of color, please.
And the OTC's stamp of approval of that message as well, because listen, it is what it is. I mean, yes, we could get a room. We could.
Do we want to though?
But if that's all we doing, just turn around. I mean, we all have morals and stuff. We don't want to get, extremely caught out in the open. I mean, because I can attest, I've done stuff like that back in my day. But anyway, but if you're on your way to the room, man, you already get the pregame going, the pre-show going, it is what it is. It's like someone, I forgot who it was. I think it was Jake or Dale that said it last week. Wait till you get off the elevator. Wait till the elevator closes. He got something to say. Say it then. Because by the time he pressed that down button, you're already gone. If you're smart.
Look.
But I don't even think he cares.
But my thing was, this man thought you didn't say nothing in the elevator. You thought you was big and bad. Let the elevator's door open. Let me step outside. You thought you weren't going to get hit? You thought the doors were going to close? After you said some stupid shit? No. If you were that pressed, you should have said something in the elevator. But you was too chicken shit to say it in the elevator. You waited till you stepped outside.
I mean, either way, you still got all fucked up regardless. But anyway.
Yeah. He would have got the same result would have still happened. But my thing is, again, you were so pressed. You should have said something, but you waited till the doors opened to step out thinking you were safe, and you still got your ass beat.
I guarantee you, once he realized who he was, I'm pretty sure he's gonna lawyer up. Because no disrespect to Kaiser, outside of that mask, no one really knows who Louis Kaiser is if he's walking down the street. If you casually watch wrestling, so if once he find out who he is, I guarantee you there's gonna be a lawsuit coming. Settle out of court, go on about your day, learn your lesson. That's all. Just mind your business. Yeah. But speaking of Ludwig, like I said, he's cleared to go for the main event of Noche de los Grandes this coming Saturday night for AAA, as we got Mask versus Mask. Shout out to the person who did this artwork with Undertaker in the middle. But anyway, Mask versus Mask, winner takes all. Nessa, who is getting? I mean, obviously, it's a dummy question, but for the people who are watching, who were meeting for the first time, who you got getting their mask taken off?
If they want to keep the hype, the heat, and of everything that the name El Grande Americano has in Mexico, you have Chad Gable unmasked. You keep the Venti Americano with his mask on. It's really a no-brainer. Who has more of the heat? Who do the fans take to? and it's not Chad Gable. It never was Chad Gable.
No, I'm telling you, the moment this man walked out in AAA in Mexico and actually sung in Spanish, that shit was done. That was done. That was his gimmick now.
I said this on Saturday, because people were asking about it. He embraced the culture, and I'm not saying that Chad, that was his intention, but the point of the Grande Americano originally was to be a stereotype. We don't like that.
You did.
No culture likes that. So that's why he wasn't. It was not okay.
Yeah.
Venti Americano embraced the culture so much so that he is now the most loved non-Mexican. Actually, I shouldn't even say non-Mexican. That man is Mexican.
Yeah, he's Mexican. He's like, the man got murals in Mexico now.
That man was adopted by the Mexican by the country of Mexico. Okay, so
you want them over, speaking fluent Spanish, and knowing that they know you're botching some, but they don't care. They do not care. They love this man. That's a fact.
It is. Like, you know what I mean? Hi,
PSP. If somehow Ludwig Kaiser loses this match, then I think he's going to be because of his legal actions, if that's the case. Because there's no other explanation of him losing. John, what are you expecting out of this match?
For them to beat the living crap out of each other.
That part. Because they did on Saturday.
Yeah.
I think they're going to beat the living crap out of each other. The Americanos, the Hermanos, the Hermanas.
Don't say it.
They're going to beat the crap out of each other. Andrea might get involved. She might slap OG Americano. Or
she's fired.
Well,
for
she could be there. She could do it. She could as a fan. Pimpy might show up.
For Pimpy.
Pimpy might show up. You know what I'm saying? She get her like back. I expect straight chaos for this match. Straight chaos. But at the end of the day,
all puns intended, Trail. All puns intended.
The Grande Americano will be the original, and he will have to unmask, and it is going to be such a painful feel. It's such a painful feeling.
Listen, I was telling
my
John.
Shock face.
Yeah, I was telling John at work the other day. I'm like, I can see everyone like, oh my God, it was Chad Gable all along. Like, we never knew.
I was shocked. Shocked, I say.
Never in life. And I hope they unmask the big dummies behind him.
Yes.
So that they do the same thing.
Unmasked. Yeah, because I'd like to see who those guys are. Because I have my sneaky suspicions on who those guys are. And they just mysteriously came out of nowhere. And it's like, but it is what it is. Speaking of AAA and masked men, Saturday night, we also found out AAA has a new general manager. And this is the one that had me so worried at first. I don't know if I woke her up or not, but I texted Nessa the next morning about this. Not this one. Rey Mysterio.
Bien, pendejo.
You're welcome, Dominic.
What he said. Rey Mysterio is now the new general manager of AAA. I initially thought, damn, we're not gonna get Dominic and Rey after all, but then I thought about it and I'm like, this is the perfect way to lead into Dominic and Rey, because we did see Dominic walk off when he saw that his dad became the general manager of AAA. So we already know how this storyline is going to end. And And I do see Grande Americano beating Dominic Mysterio eventually for the AAA title. And he's going to blame his dad for it.
I do too. I'm here for it.
Yeah. And the fact of the matter is, when we're going to get this retirement, do not know. But, John, your thoughts on the luchador legend?
I had a feeling he was one of the guys they was thinking, persons they were thinking about for GM. Obviously, when I saw it wasn't Dorian, I kind of had my theories. It was probably Rey Mysterio. Although JBL gave a strong campaign. Gave a strong campaign. Unfortunately, it didn't happen. So he's calling David Otunga, and they're gonna get some litigation involved. But shout out to Savio Vega for joining the broadcast team.
Shout out to Savio.
Shout out to Savio, but I wasn't. I mean, it's gonna take some work if he's permanent. But on first initial listening, I was not a fan. And like Nessa was saying on the weekend, it probably has something to do because it's his accent. He's better off just calling it in Spanish than being a translator. I think they probably would have got Ricardo Rodriguez, hired him for it. But
I feel like I know why they picked Savio, obviously because he's a legend. But for someone to translate, you have to be quick with it. And unfortunately, if you have an accent, it's also you can't hear. You can't, enunciate.
Mm-hmm.
So it needs to be someone that speaks Spanish and English fluently.
See,
not that
Huh?
actual, because Savio was struggling to.
I'm pretty sure he speaks fluent English, but it's not. It's the accent. You know what I mean? It's the accent that you can't understand it. And then I know for me, again, I don't speak Spanish like that, but there's sometimes where my brain is like Spanish and English both at the same time, and I don't know what to say. So I know it's not, everyone does that. So
if you know Nessa, it's a known fact.
¿Habla español?
Poquito.
Oh, now we poquitos over here. Now we poquitos over here. Okay. All right.
See.
But I'm looking forward to the end of this rivalry between him and his son. Hopefully this keeps Ray out of the ring as much so we can preserve.
I actually feel like that's why they did it. I think that's why they did it. And if you see, he kind of got smashed on Monday. So,
I mean, the only other person I would have thought of, barring, unfortunately, if it wasn't for his health challenges, would have been Conan. But obviously, we know he won't. Obviously, with his health challenges, that can't happen. That can't happen. But he would have been the perfect. He would have been the perfect person. That way, Ray would go back on commentary. Matter of fact, Conan can go back on commentary if he's whenever he gets healthy. When he gets healthy enough.
I would actually mind that because Conan, you can understand him.
Yeah. I had no problems with Conan at all. But Triple Mania is this fall, so do we get Dom versus Ray this fall? Or you think this bleeds into next year? How long are they gonna drag this out?
I think it goes to the end of the year. I think we get El Grande Americano and Dom at Triple Mania.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, how long can you stay no more?
I mean, usually the way they said the Ray is usually the match usually happens at Triple Mania, so I guess. So I guess so I guess it's going.
Yeah, it's for that.
Unless they have another big event between now and September, but I would think you would want to. This would be the ultimate crescendo for everything El Grande Americano is built up, and Dom has Mexico in the palm of his hand.
He literally does. And now you add Americano, who also has the whole nation in the palm of his hands. That collision and the backstory of them used to be in homies, turned frenemies, turned enemies.
Out of the Sucios.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go.
Usos.
Yeah, who is the
Not
dirtiest
in
Usos
here.
of them
Hey, I
all?
clipped that.
Yeah, there's Usos. See,
Who's gonna win that battle?
Reading.
Because listen, they both are very, very talented, and
Yes.
that match is gonna bang whenever it happens.
Oh boy.
And
That's
it's
what
gonna
I'm
be a
kind of
split
hoping.
decision.
That's what I'm kind of hoping
crowd.
when we get the announcement of where night one is going to be. Because man, if night obviously I keep assuming night one's going to be in the States, but man, where is it going to be? Because remember last year when they had the Worlds Collide, obviously we was at the first Worlds Collide at the Forum.
And then they
did
had
the
it in Vegas.
Worlds. Then they had the one in Vegas when Dom became the Triple H Mega Champ.
Mm-hmm.
So it'd be a full year that Dom would have held the belt.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it would. Maybe that's what they're waiting on. They just make it, have him cross that 1 year anniversary, and then from there, you start planning his demise, and maybe he'll try to get out of the match or some which way of forming, and Bray keeps interfering. It's like, there you go.
What
Shout
did
out
y'all
to the
make of
pups.
Dom's comments on that pod yesterday?
What pod?
So Dom was on the pod. It was doing an interview for SA Magazine, and he says go figure, and he talked about how he thinks how Figure that creative doesn't know what to do with him.
Mm-hmm.
They have lightning in the
that
they got lightning in the bottle, but he feels like he just gotta be patient until they know what they really want to do. So what did y'all make?
He's not.
I honestly, I agree because they haven't really done anything with him since Mania, and even before Mania, it was really like, are we gonna get this feud with him and Finn? Or like, it was like, what are we doing? And he was really more in AAA during that time anyway. And now he's not even doing AAA shows. So
yeah.
And I know for a bit he was on concussion protocol, but that was already going to be 2 months ago.
Yeah.
And he already had his match at Mania. So, you know what I mean? Like, he hasn't done anything since. And I feel like once he does drop the AAA title, maybe they'll start doing his single run. And I mean, everyone is buzzing. Money in the Bank is coming. So
crazy. Money in the Bank Money in the Bank and Triple Mania are in the same week.
So
I mean, he can.
I kind of feel like he might drop the title and maybe he wins Money in the Bank.
Depends on who's in it.
I feel like he's gonna take it, but
Yeah, and he's not wrong because this is where all the criticism of Dominic comes in. Because we always ask, I always ask, when's the last time this man has defended any championship? And the moment he drops the IC title to Penta, Penta's defended that title at least 7 to 8 times already, which is more than Dominic. And it's like, that's what I'm saying, that they don't know what to do with Dominic because they're not booking Dominic to have, I mean, I get it, he's a chicken shit heel, but even there's a lot of heels who had championship matches and they weasel their way out of it for,
okay,
cheating,
so
and all that.
His first IC run was just like how Penta has it. He was defending that. He lost it, regained it, and then did nothing with it. His AAA title, he was defending it. So it's kind of like
this year they just put a pause on everything.
Yeah, and that's why I feel like I've seen a lot of fans on my timeline that are frustrated because it's kind of like, okay, well, we have two different Doms. We have AAA Dom, who does more, and they feel like they're portraying him stronger. And then when he comes to WWE, it's kind of like how Natty is.
Yes.
Yeah. Agreed.
So I'm gonna read before Trail goes. I'm gonna keep reading what the statement Dom said. I don't think they know what to do with me. I'm too cool. They have lightning in a bottle. They don't have no idea what to do with it. So they're just letting it sit. I'm just waiting. I can have all the storylines, but like I said, they don't know what to do with me. I'm too good. I'm lightning in a bottle. They're holding me. I've beaten John Cena. I've beaten AJ Styles. Beaten Rey Mysterio. Beaten Damian Priest. I don't know what they're waiting on. I'm 29 years old. Kids young. You got all these old fossils in there working. I don't know what they're waiting for. At the end of the day, I'm a patient man. I can wait. I've got the Judgment Day with me. AAA Mega Campeon. I'm not tripping. They want to put me on Clash of Italy. I'll put my Mega Campeonato on the line. It don't even matter.
Again, it's like
there was another interview he did too, because he's been doing this Italy tour, that he said that there was at one point where he was on every show. He was on every brand. He was working that old school schedule. We saw him everywhere. And then now it's kind of like,
where'd he go?
Where'd he go? Or we only see him in backstage segments.
It's like, if you're not going to use him that much on the Judgment Day side, like Nessa was saying, he should be in AAA. You know, backstage segments, vignettes, have a match or two in between time. You know what I'm saying? Have them tuned up, ready to go. You know what I mean? But how do you have your heavyweight champion of a brand not on television? Even if it is a 1 hour, hour and a half show, you got to have Dominic Mysterio on there.
I think that Grande Americano story just took off like fuel, and Dom would have got it's crazy because I know this sounds blasphemy, but Dom would have gotten lost in the shuffle when he's the champ.
He was a pawn. He was a pawn in the early stages of that storyline.
The whole match with him, with them two versus Ray and Ray Phoenix. I mean, the match that happened in December, and then that's when Dom got hurt. So, and obviously seeing El Grande Americano shake hands with Rey Mysterio, they still got to pay that off. So it's all going to come full circle. It wasn't a coincidence when we find out Rey Mysterio, the general manager, who's the first person they pan the camera to.
Now, I guarantee you, once Dominic loses that championship, I guarantee you we're gonna start seeing that title more often in AAA.
Yeah. Oh yeah, most definitely.
And it shouldn't be like that. It really shouldn't be like that at all. But
I feel like he made a point though, because again, there was a point where he was on Raw, NXT,
SmackDown.
You saw him in all the house shows. Like, what are we doing here?
I did keep
but I wouldn't.
What's happened on this international tour?
If I'm Dom, I'll keep the complaints to a little bit of a bare minimum, because you know how WWE is. If you complain too much, it's gonna be like one of those, all right, we won't give you something to complain about type of things. And Dominic is a huge star, so they do need to take care of him better. He was a double champ, and it's like you're one of your rising stars. I mean, if you're gonna build a brand, Dominic Mysterio is one of the top 5, top 3 guys you build that brand around. So get it together, WWE. Get it together. We're gonna pivot a little bit because that wasn't the only thing that happened this past weekend. Double or Nothing had a pay-per-view this past Sunday. And the show was good. The show was fire. Shout out to everybody involved with the production. But the aftermath was what sparked, I would like to say, controversy or lack thereof. And it's people being stuck and stranded in Queens because the city transit was already closed. They was getting out of the show 9:30 West Coast, so that's like 12:30, 1 o'clock on the East Coast.
Hey, BK.
John has something to say about it in the group chat. Who's the blame for this? Nessa, I'm gonna start with you. Who do you think is to blame for them getting stranded like that?
I feel like it's a little bit of the city and the people producing the show. Because if you're gonna run how late, like they have long ass shows, okay, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you're finishing 12 o'clock at night, then you need to get with the city to make sure that public transportation is available for your fans. And if they tell you no, or it's not, then you need to start your show earlier to end at an appropriate time for people to be able to get home. Not everyone can afford Uber, taxis, or are close enough to walk.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like it's a little bit of both.
I don't know about the starting early because prime time, all events start at 8 o'clock Eastern. Every rest, yeah. My thing is because I was when John had posted the video in the group chat, I went down the rabbit hole and started reading the comments.
Well, then you make the show shorter.
And there's people from New York that said this happens all the time. Because mind you, this was in Queens, so
Queens in the building.
People say this happens all the time with events. So obviously, the city never got together when they have other events. My thing is, this is why you always plan accordingly, because if you watch these AEW shows, they're known for having 4.5 hour pay per view.
And I know that, but then you also got to take into account how many of those people, because we saw a lot of them that were how it was in Vegas. How many of them are tourists that are not from Queens that don't know that that's the time that they shut down. You're stuck. Mm-hmm. So you can't really plan accordingly if you don't know.
That's right.
Yeah.
I think
everyone's at fault.
I just think that obviously I don't watch the product. I don't. I think that it runs a little long, and when it don't need to. Sometimes it cooks. I see the clips. Mm-hmm. Sometimes it cooks, and sometimes it don't. But you're in East Coast time. Not even people like to do that with concerts. Like, it's 12 o'clock at night, and now you're stranded in a city, especially in a New York City. Like, no. Mm-hmm.
Hopefully, people need to make this more of an outrage to AEW. And plus, right now, they don't really. I mean, Warner Brothers has been sold already. Eventually, if Paramount does pick them up, somebody got to tell them, hey, we're going to need you to cut down on these showtimes. Because right now, who's telling him to cut down those showtimes? Nobody. So you're having these 9-match cards, and it's like, yes, the show cooks, but because luckily, me, John, Nessa, we don't have that kind of problem because it starts a little bit earlier on our neck of the woods.
Right.
So we're able to get home just fine. But it's like you have, and that's their big pay-per-view. That's like their first ever pay-per-view they had in its inception. So yeah, it's gonna be a big deal. Like Nessa said, because hell, Mania doesn't start at this normal 5 o'clock. They start that bitch like at 2, 3 o'clock, earlier. So they should have did that, especially on a Sunday. There's nothing else going on right now. So hopefully this is an eye-opener, and hopefully they do start lowering it, because if you're going to have 9-match cards, they don't need to be on every single pay-per-view.
No, and I think when I said back, like, get with the city, a lot of cities do that, especially with big events. But you got to work with them.
Like shuttles and stuff
and if you're not going to work with them, why are they going to accommodate?
Yeah.
And then this is where you get your outrage.
New York is they're not very good with anything out there. So they just do their people's wrong anyway. So I wouldn't want to live in New York, because especially we got one of those that's one way in, one way out of these boroughs. If you get blocked in, you just asked out. So that's why when there's AEW events, I don't go to them that much, because especially if it's far for me, because I know I'm gonna have a hard time getting home. So they do need to change that from at least 3 hours at least. It shouldn't be going 4.5, and then you got the post show, which takes them almost 30 minutes for them to finally get started. And it's like, come on.
And people like to stay out there and watch.
John?
All right. So I want to, when I first posted this, I was like, come on, man. You can't see, you ain't telling me that the city didn't have talked to Tony Khan, and Tony Khan talked to the city to make sure that transit was available. What happens with Uber, but you're Tony Khan, you can talk to the Uber, the local ride shares people in New York and make sure things are accommodating. Look, we was in Vegas. All we had to do was go across the street. Literally. We walked out of Allegiant Stadium. A lot of people walked up that ramp back towards Mandalay Bay, back towards the Strip. We went across the street. We waited about an hour, and we was good. So I want to read a tweet from Emilio Sparks, used to be from The Ringer. He has the podcast now, Wrestle Rap. He quote tweeted the video that Trail just posted, because someone named Wrestling Rob, he tweeted, Double or Nothing ended too late and exits are shut down. No train access. Thanks, Tony Khan. It's 1 a.m. So Emilio Sparks, who also was a former host of Wale Mania, he said no one was stranded. This wasn't AEW or Tony Khan's fault. Stop rage baiting. If anyone wants to direct outrage somewhere, take it up with New York City Parks since it falls under their jurisdiction. All we had to do was find another exit, which took less than 60 seconds. A friend and I were in an Uber within 10 minutes. Let's not act like this was some major incident, especially when most of the people commenting or on it or covering it don't even live in New York City.
Facts. So this is a city issue, because at the same time, you got to look at the location that arena is in. This is not like it's in Jersey or New York City or Brooklyn at the Barclays. This is in Queens. This is like a tennis stadium in Queens. So if it's in a small area, I'm pretty sure people anticipate this to happen. So yes, Tony Khan should lower his time frame, but this is the first time I've actually heard of this incident in all of AEW's production. They be on East Coast a lot.
That's now that stadium's different, but that's not the stadium they usually do Grand Slam at. It's at Arthur Ashe Stadium.
Exactly.
But but if you say Mill area, Flushing Meadows, Queens, all that, Queens, but and they're pretty much like the same size because they're both tennis stadiums. So they never had any issues, and they did that Grand Slam. They always did that as a Dynamite show, or they did it for a Collision or a Rampage. So it was like 2 hours, 1 hour, depending on what.
And they tape these shows together too. So
exactly.
You can think about it, it's about 4 hours.
Yeah. So when they did Grand Slam, now this year Grand Slam's in Mexico, but when they used to do the Grand Slam at in September, they always taped them. They always taped it together. Dynamite was 2 hours. They did an hour or two for either Rampage or 2 hours for Collision. So you can make it work, but you just gotta have the minimum of the product. Like, look, all the matches to me, matches were cooking. I recall me and Delvin was on the train watching. He was giving me the rundown a lot of the times. I mean, outside of maybe Stadium Stampede and obviously MJF and Darby, a lot of the matches didn't go over 30 minutes, but you make it drag. And I think we saw our boy Kofi Weisner from Dirty Hills popped in the show on Monday, and he talked about how he enjoyed it because you're dealing with pay-per-view and you're not have to deal with a bunch of ads. But here's the problem. I think people need to understand the model now when it comes to WWE and AEW.
When they get picked up by Paramount,
they're not going to be
ads on the app.
They're not going to be a pay-per-view if they get picked up by Paramount. They're going to be a PLE, premium live event. The key word in there is premium, meaning you're paying something monthly. When you do pay-per-views, you're paying, it's a la carte. So you're basically, it's a one-off. You don't got to go back there. If you want to watch the next pay-per-view, that's your choice. But if you're signing up for a subscription, that is a premium that is going to be deducted from your account monthly. That is why all those ads are there. And Triple H said it. He told O'Shea, I know it's a problem. We're working on it. but this is gonna come with the costs. So I think people need to understand the difference with AEW and WWE's their big shows are AEW's a la carte, WWE is not.
They're a combo.
Exactly. Exactly. And with AEW, I've been saying this. You put on a show like that, you got HBO Max, you got Prime. Why is it so hard to find your product? Look, I went to Baby Bros, had no problem watching it. Shout out to Tony. Had it on both the screens in the main dinner room. Perfect. It should not be difficult to find your product in this day and age of streaming. And you should not be charging people a la carte who have subscription services.
Exactly. Prime, HBO Max. Why we paying it? Why we paying it?
Say if you're doing it on YouTube, people who got YouTube TV should not have to pay extra.
Yeah, or at least make it cheaper if that's the case.
Exactly.
At least make it cheaper. Make it $30 or something. Don't make it $50.
$40.
Anyway, but yeah, hopefully this is and plus, like I said, it depends on the location of these cities too. Not everyone's fortunate to have, because when we leave the Forum or when we leave the Intuit Dome, there's no bus service that accommodate. It's just we're lucky. There's a bus that goes almost all night, but other than that, there's no city accommodating with anything. It just got your Uber, you get in where you fit in. There's parking, all that stuff.
Now,
so they need to be careful on where they book these events and start looking. Okay, is it going to be easy to get in, easy to get out? That's why I'm low key hoping they never have an event at Dodger Stadium. No offense, but we've been to Dodger Stadium. It's literally one way in, one way out. There's no back way. There's no side way.
Nope.
That's going to cause a lot of headaches. So I don't think we're ever going to have an event at
We'll more likely have one at BMO. We'll have one at BMO before we have one at Dodger Stadium. So the next three events. So Forbidden Doors is in San Jose at the Shark Tank. They just announced another pay-per-view. Forgot the name of it, but that's going to be in Montreal. And then obviously
Redemption.
Redemption is going to be in Montreal in July. All in London. And then first pay-per-view when they get back to the States is going to be All Out. But obviously they're coming to the West Coast for their next. They're coming back to the West Coast.
Yeah. More of the story. Stay out of Queens.
Please.
And stay out of small cities that you're gonna have a hard time getting in and out of. But that was a nightmare, and that was the first time AEW's ever had an issue like that. And it's more of a city issue than it is a Tony Khan issue. But Tony Khan still needs to lower the time frame. Please and thank you.
Please.
This weekend, on top of AAA, which is Mondays, Sunday morning, we got Clash in.
Yes, sir.
As I like to call the run back pay-per-view, because we're getting rematches from WrestleMania and beyond. So we're going to start off with the first hour matches, and that is number one, Cody Rhodes against Gunther. Now, so who do you got winning this match? Because this is a rematch from Crown Jewel of last year.
I'm least excited for this one, but I think Cody's gonna win. I think Gunther might choke him out, but I don't think he's gonna win.
Yeah, I agree. Somehow, some way, Super Cody is gonna, which is gonna be weird how they booked this though. I
don't know. I don't see him. Yeah, I don't see him losing. But he's definitely gonna have to figure out how he gonna beat Gunther.
John, I think I know what you're thinking of who's gonna win. So I'm just gonna ask you, how should they book this match? Because because this Gunther has not lost in a one-on-one match in years.
And who was the last person that beat him?
Wasn't it Cody?
Yes, right. Crown Jewel. The Crown Jewel Championship. The first ever Crown Jewel Championship. That was the last L Gunther took. I'm calling shenanigans.
From who?
I think this is going no contest. I think there's someone in there. There's someone who wants to get a receipt on both of these dudes.
Who?
I don't know.
Wait, before you answer that,
Who did Gunther beat at the first King of the Ring?
Randy Orton.
Right. Who did Cody Rhodes beat at last year's King of the Ring?
Randy Orton.
Who did Cody Rhodes beat at WrestleMania?
Riddle Keith Orton.
I think Randy comes back and he RKO's everyone to death on Sunday. There's a reason why this match is. There's a reason why this match is on ESPN. There's a reason why this match is going to be on ESPN as well as the app. You know, because they could have easily ran Brock and Uber back on ESPN, but they was like, nah, you got to pay for this one.
Yeah, they got to pay for that package.
You got to taste. They gave us.
You could have hit both of the.
We
ladies.
gave you a solid. We gave you a solid April.
You could have made both the first hour been just about the ladies with Becky and Soul, Jade and Rhea. There's a reason why they putting Cody and Gunther as the lead off match. I think Randy is coming back, and this is why I've been holding out, but I want to wait till the bracket happens. But I'm gonna give you a little sneak peek. But hopefully, my theory is true. I believe this year's King and Queen of the Ring, the motto is Quest for 15. I think third time's a charm. And one Randall Keith Orton doesn't get screwed like he did against Gunther, doesn't get screwed like he did against Cody, and he wins King of the Ring, and SummerSlam is the place he gets number 15. And I feel the same about the ladies, because I believe one Charlotte, Ashley, Elizabeth Flair will officially get her queendom. The crown, she already wears the crown, but she will officially have the crown of Queen of the Ring and get championship number 15. And I think is over whoever wins this match after these two guys.
I'm gonna meet you halfway on Charlotte.
I actually don't. I don't mind that, and I really hope the way I know we'll get to it. I'm just gonna say it now. I hope that Jade wins. I hope they give her the title back, and then if John is correct, we finally get our Charlotte versus Jade that we have been hoping for and been teased about since Jade got signed. Because we already seen Charlotte versus Rhea.
Yeah, but here's go ahead, Terrell. You go first, Charles.
I'll meet you halfway
Okay.
on the Charlotte one, because it will be cool for her to officially become Queen of the Ring, and you know the Queen is back, yada yada. I'm not 100% against that one, so I'll meet you halfway on that one.
Okay.
Does Randy Orton need the King of the Ring to get himself a title shot and get that 15?
No, he doesn't.
No, but I would love to call him Daddy Orton.
No, he doesn't.
Because you got. Let's look at the field. You got Braun Breaker. You got Bronson Reed if he comes back.
LA Knight's already officially in. LA Knight's already officially in. That's why
you got Trick Williams. Maybe you got LA Knight. Possibly you might want to add Solo in that, or maybe Tama Tonga in there. Does Randy?
He doesn't
need to go in there 3 years in a row.
He doesn't need it. He doesn't need it, and you're right. You're right. But I don't know how I concocted this, because I saw this list where it was a list I saw before Mania. Obviously, when it was ranking all the champions, Cena 17, Ric Flair 16, Orton's 14, Triple H 13. And Charlotte Flair was like, don't forget my 14. And I was like, And to Nessa's point about her and Jade, Trail, where were we at 3 years ago?
I was minding my business 3 years ago.
Yeah, you were. It depends on where, because I would say
April 2023. Where were we?
We went to WrestleMania.
Right, WrestleMania Saturday. Who was the headliner for the women that night?
It was Charlotte Flair and Rhea Ripley.
And what happened that night?
Rhea Ripley took the throne from Charlotte Flair.
And that was the last time we saw Charlotte Flair in the
championship match.
In the championship picture. Outside of her winning at the Royal Rumble, because we didn't, and obviously I had to be proven wrong. I had to be proven to be wrong. I had to be proven right in order to believe that she was going to lose to Tiffany, and I was proven wrong. So, and I'm glad for that. But she has not been in a serious title run in 3 years, and like I said, she doesn't like when Randy. Does she need Queen of the Ring? No. It'd just be another notch on her cap for her, another accolade, and she would truly have that aura of saying, "Yeah, I am the true Queen of the Ring." But I'm with Nessa. I want to see it. They're teasing it too much.
How about I make this argument? And I'm gonna do this on behalf of Randall. He's already been cheated out of King of the Ring twice. Third time is the charm.
That's what I feel. That's why I said it.
Third time is the charm. And again, I won't mind calling him Daddy King Orton.
What? What?
Now, I have heard. Look at DJ Sports for you. A lot of people are saying that they want Oba to be King of the Ring.
He doesn't. See, that's a problem.
I don't feel like he needs it either.
I'm not gonna say he needs it, but from ruler to king.
But if he's not taking down Roman,
yeah.
Because we all believe we're about to talk about that match in a minute. We all know where we feel like this is going with the ruler.
And who's to say Jacob's not gonna be in the King of the Ring tournament either?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, because this man is taking this title.
So I wouldn't mind Charlotte, but I would argue, did she really need it either? Because you got a whole lot of women on that roster. You still got Soruka, Stephanie Baker. You got possible call-ups that's coming up, and then you still got JC Jane in the mix now. So it's a lot of people who could win that. I mean, Lash Legend could win Queen in the Ring.
Mm-hmm. By the way,
she can get a shot at Rhea if Rhea wins.
I'm sorry, but if that's the way we're going to do that, I'd rather it be Lash and Trick. And they could be Booker T and Charmaine.
Charmel?
Yes. Sorry.
I mean, that could happen.
It really can.
Because Trick is so hot right now. Like they could automatically put him in a title picture.
He's already the anointed one.
Yes.
Exactly. So you just never know.
If they're going to do that, I would rather them go that route. And that would be a perfect play on how when Booker T was King of the Ring.
All right.
Yeah.
So, but to get back on topic, yeah, I think this ends in a no contest. And I think if Randy
seriously to Oba to Brock,
that's what we do. So let's say this. So say if Randy, I agree with you guys. We all agree. Randy doesn't need King of the Ring. But say if he's not in the tournament, we get these. We're gonna get these three. We're gonna get these three in Saudi, and I think eventually we get.
Either way, Randy has.
We're getting Randy and Cody at SummerSlam somehow by hook or by crook.
By what?
Yeah, because the winner could go for the World Heavyweight Championship.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, either way, yeah. Randy still has his rematch.
because
Oh,
Minnesota is. We know how famous Minnesota, that wrestling city, is, and both of their daddies have legacies in that city. And
Sorry. You
Yeah.
said
somehow by hook or by crook, we're getting Cody and Randy at SummerSlam. I just need to see. It's just how we get there.
Thank you, Tro, because that's exactly what I meant.
I'm gonna call it no contest. Cody retains.
Okay.
But Randy's RKOing everyone to death in Italy.
Okay. Cool. Now, second matchup of the first hour block is Rhea Ripley, Jade Cargill for the Women's WWE Championship.
Intriguing.
I'm gonna pick Rhea. I think she's gonna have the feuds is gonna be this of challengers. So I have Rhea to retain. Nessa, looks like you think otherwise, correct?
Mm-hmm. I think Jay gets the belt back.
John?
See, I was thinking Jade, especially after she pinned Rhea at Saturday Night's Main Event. But I saw her yesterday on doing the car wash at ESPN.
Don't do it.
And you saw, and obviously there's some
Don't
comments that's still stuck in my brain. You know what I'm talking about.
Don't be messy.
I'm not being messy. It's on wax. We know this when we talk about disc records. When we talk about some, it's on wax. It was on camera where Jay felt like B-Fab and Michin let her down at Mania because they didn't understand the assignment. They got distracted by EO and they didn't listen to her. Now, I don't know if y'all saw Michin quote tweeted her and said, "We got this."
They're already gonna break them up. I like them together.
Yeah, and they just let Danhausen in the group, so they can't break up.
Oh no!
They can't break up.
Shout out to my guy Danhausen.
The Jadehausen, the Baddieshausen. So I got Rhea, but man, I do want to see that. I do want to see Jade because I do want that payoff with her and Charlotte. But dang, I see another Rhea and Charlotte match based on will always. Oh boy.
I feel like we've been there, done that. I mean, this is a newer version of Charlotte, so it would be interesting to see the dynamic of it.
And they're 1-1. They're 1-1 right now.
But
one-on-ones.
I feel like it's time. I feel like it's time for WWE to pull this trigger and let us have Charlotte versus Jade. Now, who wins? I don't know. I don't know who wins.
They will.
I won't pick it till then. But
it might happen without a championship involved.
True. They don't need a belt because that all the way they've been doing
DX teased since her arrival.
The way they've been doing all them DX chops they were doing to each other and all the crap talking they was doing, you don't need belts. There was
I know a lot of
B word flying here, B word flying there. It was they don't need a championship. The smoke is already lit. The smoke is already there.
I mean,
I think it would just make it a little more sweeter.
Of course.
Yeah,
absolutely.
And it's on wax that she says she necessarily doesn't need 15, but if it came her way, she gonna take it. But she's not in that, I want this, I want that. So it's just if WWE says, all right, let's give you 15, she's not gonna oppose to it. But I think if anything, after we get her and Jade, eventually we'll get her and Alexa. Because eventually this tag team is gonna come to an end. And those two are gonna go at it. And let's not forget Io. She might be in the Queen of the Ring tournament too. I would love to see her win.
Oh yes.
So the next one we're gonna go to is Becky Lynch, Sol Ruka, Women's Intercontinental Championship. That awful finish at Saturday Night's Main Event, which could have been avoided because they didn't need that match in the first place. They could just make this a clash. But I am going to go against the man, and I think Becky is getting her soul snatched and her title taken. John, what say you, sir?
I second that motion. I think,
Yes.
and the great Lena Dow said, if we want to make the mid card title set mean something, this needs to happen. And Soul, I'm glad she kept her. She was on that Raw, but Becky was talking that trash. So, it's time, and I think she's gonna get her first. She's gonna get the W, and she's gonna be in Italy with gold. And let's a little spoiler for those who are in the UK, going to be at the international tour in the Europe. They're going to be working EO versus Liv versus Sol Ruka at these house shows.
She might win Queen of the Ring and she'll win the IC title. You just never know. Nessa, who you got?
Becky's getting her
Excuse me?
soul.
What the heck was that?
Becky's
Wait.
getting her soul snatched.
Wait, flag on the field.
Yeah,
Wait a
that
minute.
wasn't the soul snatching that was.
Oh, wait. Either way,
Becky is getting her soul snatched, and I hope she gets it snatched twice, for God's sakes, just for shits and giggles.
I'm not opposed to that. I'm not opposed to that at all. Now, this should be the co-main event, which I'm pretty sure it probably won't be. I'm pretty sure this match is probably going to kick off the second hour, but it should be co-main event. Obafemi, Brock Lesnar, round 2. Nessa, I'm going to start with you because I know you haven't been here, but I know you've been watching on the sidelines. Who are you picking for round 2?
Okay. We was all thrown off. But Brock Lesnar got Molly whooped at Mania.
Mm-hmm.
Brock Lesnar is not going to allow that for a second time in a row. I think Brock Lesnar is going to win. And then we get part 3 at SummerSlam. And then that's where Oba completely
takes over.
Deads that shit. But I don't think Brock Lesnar is taking a second pin.
John?
I got Brock out, and it's gonna be, and I think it's gonna be just like we see in Mania. You're gonna see a lot of brawling, and Oba's gonna still look like a dominant force. But I think once Brock hits a couple of them F5s, it took 4 to get him down the first time. I don't know how many it's gonna take to get him down on Sunday, but this sets up, and I guarantee Obafemi will still come out looking like, even though he might take his first L on the main roster, he's still gonna come out there looking as strong as he is, and as strong as he's gonna be. He was at work.
Squirrel.
No, I ain't calling.
All right. Well, me and Nessa gonna handle this one. What if we get a fire of a match, like knockdown, drag out, brawl, and they still have Oba win?
So kind of like what I predicted for Mania.
Mm-hmm.
They pretty much cancel out each other.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't mind that either, because that's actually what I predicted for Mania. I said if Obafemi didn't win, no one was gonna win. Mm-hmm. So if they don't want Obafemi to take that pin and they don't want Brock Lesnar to lose again, then that does make sense.
And another scenario is to get to number 3, What if, Brock puts out all the measures and gets himself disqualified, or this match gets thrown out?
Or never starts.
That too. And that can still set up to a third match once and for all. Maybe add a stipulation to that match to make sure, winner takes all, because Brock's going to have to pull everything out of his ass to beat Oba. He put him with 4 F5s, and this man was still moving.
I get it. I do. And I feel like WWE is trying to build Oba to pretty much be Brock. You can't pin him, you can't beat him. But we have seen Brock pinned. We have seen Brock beat.
Mm-hmm.
And if I'm Oba Femi, I wouldn't mind my first L being from Brock Lesnar, just because it shows how much of a fight it has to take for you to, beat me.
Mm-hmm.
Because right now no one has the capability to do that. Yeah,
because this is King Kong Godzilla. If y'all saw that movie, it's like Godzilla won round 1, King Kong got his lick back in the second round, and then they had a third one. So it's not everyone can go undefeated all the time.
Exactly, and I think this is. I personally feel like if they're gonna go the route that I had said for Mania and you said right now, I think Oba Femi is gonna get his first L.
I agree.
Because the way that the retirement was, they had to have this man to come back. So there's no way he's coming back to take an L again.
And it was a good excuse too, because I was like, we was all wondering how's WWE gonna play this of a reason of having him come back, and it's like he retired, but he wasn't happy with it. He thought about it, he stewed over it, and said, "Nah, I gotta get my lick back." So that made all the sense in the world to me.
Get your lick back. He's gonna win.
Yep. So I'm looking forward to it, and of course, the match that everyone can't wait to see. That's been the story for the past couple of weeks, the past couple of days. Tribal Combat fought to Roman Reigns for the World Heavyweight Championship, and basically for the Ulafala, the head of the table, the status of Tribal Chief. Does WWE do the unthinkable and pull the trigger on Jacob Fatu, or does Jacob fall in line and stir Roman Reigns come Monday morning? John?
Until I see somebody do it, I can't bet against Roman. And Jacob seemed a little bit more content on Monday than he did going into Backlash, saying I still got a job even if I lose.
Mm-hmm. He ain't lying.
So I think he's gonna be solo times 10 for Roman going forward.
Yeah. Nessa?
I don't know. I don't see Jacob falling in line. I don't. So I personally feel like if anyone's going to take the title off of Roman Reigns, it should be him. It should be Jacob. And the way Roman Reigns' schedule looks for the rest of the summer, I kind of feel like maybe they should give it to Jacob. But if Roman wins, I don't see. Yeah, see? Barely here.
I mean, June 1st, and then he has that week off, and he's back the following week. And then June 29th, and he's off again for the 4th of July. Because everyone's going to be off for the 4th of July week, because they're going to be taping Raw and SmackDown the week prior. So everyone's in that holiday off. Shout out to Triple H, by the way. And then, of course, they're going to be in the Intuit Dome on 27th.
I personally don't see Jacob falling in line. And I think he's saying that he's happy to have a job because he almost lost it because Roman Reigns pretty much almost cost him his job, but then was like, no, let him keep it so I could beat his ass, and ended up getting choked out. So,
I mean, I know you say you don't see him fall in line, but let's not forget what you said either. Like you said, it's a win-win for him. Even if he loses, he's still gonna have a job. Even if it is serving Roman Reigns, he's still gonna get paid. So, and before Backlash, he told them, if you want me to acknowledge you, you're going to have to beat it out of me. And Roman hasn't done it yet. So, Tribal Comeback is going to be the spot where you can beat it out of him. Do we see any interference or debuts at Clash?
I don't think so.
everyone is trying to say, because of what happened after Zilla Fatu's match, that Zilla Fatu is coming to the WWE. According to my source, he is not ready to come to the WWE.
This time's not ready yet. He's still HOG Crown Jewel champion, so they're not going to bring in a champion that's not affiliated with any of their ID programs.
Now, yes, he left the belt in the ring, but since then, there has been no news that he officially dropped the belt. He is still champion.
Keyword, no news. And usually when it's bloodline business, it's never any news. So who knows? I don't even think Zilla might show. It might be somebody else from that's already on the active roster that shows, if anyone helps at all. Because
it has to be. I don't think it's gonna be anyone. I mean, obviously they're all related. I think it's gonna be if someone shows up, they're showing up to help Jacob. I don't think they're showing up to help Roman, because obviously if someone's going to come out to help Roman, it's going to be Jay and Jimmy.
At the second Tribal Combat match at Monday Night Raw last year, and Jacob was involved in that match. And like his people, like Solo's crew was involved. Roman's peoples were involved. So, the only time there's never been any interference is when he had that one with Jay. But I can't wait for that match. That's going to be the most talked about match, and it's going to be the most highly anticipated match. Because does Jacob get the job done, or does he go 0 for 2? And he's like the most dangerous threat within that family to Roman Reigns in a long ass time. If not, he is the first and only threat to Roman Reigns ever.
Exactly.
So it's interesting to see how Triple H plays this out. But it's gonna be a banger. But speaking of bangers, let's get to this banger ass section.
This is what we doing. We doing this. What we doing? I made this song. You like it or what? How about new? How about new?
Jonathan A. Watson. Who are we calling out tonight?
Narratives. I've talked about this weeks ago. This narrative that ESPN is giving away matches for free. No, they're not. If you have the ESPN Unlimited plan, you're watching on the ESPN Unlimited plan. You're not watching on ESPN, then going to the app.
That'd be stupid.
Yeah, how dumb can you be? And I'm starting to see this narrative. Look, what?
So YouTube TV. What was it? Was it Stand and Deliver? No. What's the PLE that we had for Miha's birthday?
No, Stand and Deliver. That was NXT Stand and Deliver. It was on
No, okay.
It was on YouTube.
There was one PLE where my dad watched the first hour on ESPN, but on YouTube TV, And then I went and watched the rest of it on Disney Plus because I have the app, the bundle.
Backlash.
Okay, that was the one because that's the other one I wasn't with y'all. It was showing on ESPN, and I wasn't on the app. I was on YouTube TV.
Oh yeah, because you got the channel on there.
Mm-hmm.
But to what John is saying is, if you already paid for the subscription for the ESPN Unlimited app, there shouldn't be any reason why you're watching it somewhere else.
They're putting those matches to try to lure
if you already got the benefit.
They're doing that to lure people in. It's crazy how people really think that, oh, you're paying $30 for 3 matches. No. That's their way to lure people who don't pay the $30 a month in for the join, the subscribe. And now I'm also seeing this narrative where, and then this other thing, we're gonna have some. We didn't talk about it tonight, but I know there's been rumors about call-ups in the summer.
Oh yeah, we're gonna set it up next. We're gonna set it up for next week.
Okay, cool. I'll set that for next week.
Oh, why?
We on time constraints, woman.
True that. But yeah, next week I got my thoughts on these people's opinions on when people getting called up. Now we got issues with call ups, but that's a whole nother. But we'll say that for next week.
Yeah, because I can't. Hopefully, Nessa's computer is fixed because she always had an opinion about this certain feature call up. So I would love to dive into that next week. But Nessa, is anyone you calling out asking? Is this what we doing?
Yes. AAA.
Oh no. What Taker
What
do?
the hell is wrong with you and the damn Creed brothers? Just because you put an O at the end of something does not make it Spanish nor Mexican. And just because you put a mask on Dumb and Dumber, which, by the way, I love you, does not mean you don't know that is Julius, not Julian, Julius Creed, and Brutus Creed, not Bruno Credo.
That's funny.
But I will shout out John because he made it sound so Spanish when he was saying it on live Saturday. But my eye was twitching.
Listen, the only reason why he let this slide because you was spitting by it. But anyway,
yeah. But now I'm not. My eye was twitching. Faith.
Listen, I was when I saw them the Creeds one week and then the next week they had a mask on, I'm like, are you fucking serious?
It makes no fucking sense. And now their names are Julius Credo.
Julio.
Oh my god, my bad. Julio Credo and Bruno Credo. Like, what? Listen, Manos Credo. No.
Yeah, that didn't make no sense. That don't make no sense. Now you're just taking the joke a little bit too far. Now it's like, okay, you're making something that was funny not funny at this point. So we need Ludwig down. Now that we know it's Ludwig, we need him to win on Saturday so we can stop all this because we need Chad Gable on a singles run. Put that man in the King of the Ring tournament and let him make some noise.
I didn't think about that.
The man can go. Give him something. Give that man something. This mid-card division is tight.
And after what we just saw on Saturday and what we've been seeing, Julius and Brutus can wrestle. And why are we not seeing them more on our screens on Monday? Or on SmackDown. Send them the fucking SmackDown.
Seriously.
They should not be eating and catering.
They should not. They honestly should not. Now we're gonna get into because I don't really have anybody from calling out names because I like it when everybody else does it because it's hilarious. So we're just gonna jump into we acknowledge where we show a whole lot of love, and I actually want to show love to this guy because I'm just going shout out
Baby McAfee.
shout out to young Midas Robert McAfee. Um, and he became a dad times two. So shout out to Pat McAfee. The man is enjoying life, and I'm happy for the guy because he's busting his ass for his family. So shout out to him. Shout out to the missus. Shout out to his baby girl now has a little brother. So it's all love in the McAfee household. So shout out to Pat. Um, John, I know about this one and it's pretty dope. So floor is yours.
Yeah, I got to shout out Nikki Cross and Killian Dane, aka Big Damo. They bought Progress Wrestling in the UK, and I think this is a good move. Obviously, we know Nikki Cross got released recently. We know Big Damo's been doing this thing with the Indies since he left NXT. Insanity. This is good. Husband and wife buying.
Hey yo.
Hey yo.
Hey yo.
Hey.
Yo, JT, relax.
That sounds nice.
Okay. That's,
But
I think it's cool that husband and wife, they can going into business together, buying a promotion, keeping the promotion live in the UK. And I hope that we see more pro wrestlers invest into indie promotions to keep them alive. So salute to Nikki Cross and Big Damo for doing that.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't they cut their teeth in that promotion?
Yes. Obviously, they're both from Scotland, and that's in the UK. So Progress has a real sentimental value to them, and shout out to them. Yeah, they also bought Defy too. So like JT just said, they're going to feed that will feed the UK with their knowledge of the business, their passion for the business. So salute. RIP.
And there's no talk of the retirement too. So this is good for them. Anybody?
I got two.
Ooh,
I got two.
See, she's been missing. You're allowed two.
First off, I want to give a big shout out to the hometown girl, to Layla Diggs.
Shout out. Shout out.
Representing the 559, because I a little teared up hearing Fresno, California being, mentioned on live TV. And being invited to the dungeon. So Layla, girl, you represent Fresno 559.
Facts.
And her entrance was actually very fire. I was here for it.
It's like a little video, like a little music video.
Yes, I was totally here for it. I love the song, so hopefully they don't mess that up. My second one. It is summer is coming. And a lot of these kids are having graduations. And I have been all over my TikTok. And I was going to post some of the videos on here, but I was like, let me respect the privacy of the little ones. But shout out to all my little kindergarteners that are out here representing the WWE with their with them, there was one that pretty much was like when he grows up, he wants to be the Undertaker.
Wow.
Or they're walking down to get their little diplomas and they're yeeting. I'm like, oh, the cutest thing in the world. So to all my little graduates, congratulations.
Shout out to the kiddies. You know what I'm saying? When I like when they have these like WWE inspired events, especially for the kids. They get to live out, who they want to be. You know what I'm saying? So, shout out to the kids because for sure we love the kids.
Absolutely.
We love the kids. Faith,
That's
You
wild,
know,
Faith.
yeah, I'm not.
you already have me just
I ain't
drinking
going. I'm just going.
liquids at this point. I mean, I can't put down my butt though. My butt's already down, so I mean. It's not what y'all think. It's really not though.
Sure, it isn't. Anyway, but yeah, so that's pretty
I
much
will.
my acknowledgments, and that's pretty much an acknowledgement. And this is what we're doing. So every week, I always come across a certain memes or whatever, and I find it pretty funny. And so I'm like, let me share it with the rest of the class. So this one meme of the week is because I know this is gonna hit Nessa close because she's a big Disney fanatic, and there was a certain movie that the little man always wants to see. That's Disney related, and that is The Lion King. So somebody had a nice idea that if WWE and Lion King ever teamed up, who should play Scar? And this one was a no-brainer.
Ooh.
Like, this man is Scar personified. Nessa,
I
pick out the
actually. I mean,
Then who's Mufasa?
like,
Then who's Mufasa
listen,
then?
the you see
I
that
don't
top?
even
Do you see the top picture right here?
Yeah, that is
half lion, half yeah,
Like,
relax, Faith.
yeah.
Lord.
Like, listen, I am not mad at this because the head of the table era that carried the pandemic, that nigga was Scar.
Faith, girl, yeah. Who would be moved?
like that man is Scar personified. So shout out to the Tribe of Chief, and once again, happy belated birthday as well.
Happy
His
birthday.
birthday was on Monday.
I'm glad you didn't get choked out.
Seriously. All right, so this leaves our usual game of the week, and I was hoping that JoJo was here because this was inspired. Oh, yes.
One more shout out. Thank you for mentioning JoJo.
Oh, yes.
Shout out to my niece Kaylin. She is.
Oh, that's right.
And now is officially a middle schooler.
Wow.
Oh, these babies.
These kids.
My Josiah will be a 5th grader next year too. I'm not ready.
And she's like watching WWE with moms and got the ones in the sky for Roman Reigns.
Yes, she will. She's officially a middle schooler.
Shout out to my little homie. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to her.
Since JoJo is not,
like I said, I wish she was here. I wish she was here because this was inspired by her because we always had conversations. She's had conversations with people about her wanting to train into wrestling, get into wrestling. Mm-hmm. So I got a game for y'all, everybody out there, and for the main event in La Madrina. Y'all already was signed to the PC. Y'all ran through NXT. And now y'all are the hottest free agents to get called up to the main roster. So
obviously.
this anyway. So this game is called Free Agent, and it goes like this. Who are you signing with? If you sign with Raw, it's a 5-year contract, $1 million. Your role is the main event, no pun intended. Triple H is your mentor, and you're guaranteed a main event match every month, twice a month. Or you sign with Nick Aldis at SmackDown, 5-year deal, $800,000 salary. You're a mid-carder. Your mentor is Shawn Michaels, and your bonus is you are guaranteed 1 to win the World Heavyweight Championship at least once.
Oh,
Which contract are you signing?
boy.
So I played this game with FWO. And my answer to them was I'm going to Raw because I'm following Dominic.
But now we're talking about La Madrina, the superstar, WWE superstar, getting called the hottest free agent. What matters the most to you? The money, championship, working your way up to a title match at some point, or automatically getting that title match not guaranteed you don't get another one?
Faith says she going to SmackDown. Well,
I think I'm going to SmackDown too.
Well, I'm gonna let Nessa go and explain why she's gonna take a contract, because this is not an easy this is not an easy decision.
Well, John, why are you going to SmackDown?
Okay.
Because I one looks more appealing than the other, but in my head, one makes more sense than the other. So
I see the appealing. I see how appealing is that 7-figure salary. Triple H being the main event pitcher, but it's no guarantee. I mean, it says you're assured 2 main events every month, but there's no guarantee that those 2 main events you're gonna become a world champion. At least I see on SmackDown. At least I know I'm guaranteed 1 world championship win, and I'll take that. Because as long as the OTC is on Raw, it's gonna be hard to get built. It's gonna be hard to come across getting main event gold.
Yeah. Nessa, you want to finish your decision?
Well, I was actually going to choose SmackDown because if the way things are going right now, for me, if I want to come up, I want to be a big fish in a little pond.
Okay.
So obviously, the Raw contract, like John said, you make you good money. Obviously, you're a main eventer. Triple H, who doesn't want to work under Triple H? But I'm only assured 2 main events every month. What am I doing in between that? Now,
I mean, there's 4 weeks in a month.
I know, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now it's less money. Mid-card, which is not bad either, because you can make the role, and even if you're a mid-carder, you could still be the main event. You could be more better than the main card. Shawn Michaels, I would love to work with Shawn Michaels because shit, he looks like fun. Shit.
Yeah.
You could also learn a lot from him because he is a legend too. And you don't get the name Mr. WrestleMania if you're not a big person. And like John said, I'm guaranteed a championship win. And it doesn't say, that I'm winning a mid-card championship. And again, I state, I would rather be a big fish in a little pond.
Okay. So pretty much, John Nessa is going to SmackDown.
Hi, Dalton.
All right. I will pick the Raw contract, not because of the $1 million. Because if I sign to SmackDown, yes, you're granted 1 championship win. You can either have a Damian Priest run, or you can have a Drew McIntyre run where you win the championship and you get cashed in on 5 minutes later, and you'll never see that championship again.
True. That is true.
At least with Raw, I'll still get the exposure 2 main events a month. That counts PLEs too, possible PLEs as well. And you might be in the main event with the WWE or World Heavyweight Champion in those main events. So you still might catch light in the bottle and actually become champion. Because it doesn't say you're not going to become champion. You just automatically getting 2 main event matches a month. So, and it's on Netflix too. So it's like you get that Netflix money as well. So I mean, you get to work with Roman Reigns, to be mentored by Triple H. I would pick Raw. I like to be on Monday nights.
I'll be there Monday night, just with Dominic, but I'll be SmackDown. No, but I think I honestly feel I love the game. I actually, this is actually very something that you actually think about. But you also got to put it like this: are you lightning in a bottle? Because you make your contract too.
Yeah.
Because again, I like I said, you can be a mid-carder, and if you're over with the fans, you'll be way better than a main eventer and end up a main eventer.
Touche. This is why names like these, because these are on paper. It looks like it's easy as hell, but you really have to think of how you want your future to be.
So Faith said, I said SmackDown because I'm a guaranteed mid-carder, which means more than likely I will hold a mid-card title more than once with a guaranteed
World Heavyweight Championship opportunity.
Oh, I'm like, what? Either way, I will have gold. Plus, Solo is. I see you. I see you, Faith.
Y'all crazy, man. But yes, that is the free agent game. That was cool. That was awesome. So program notes. Me and John will be live at Baby Bros for night 1 of the AAA show, Noches de los Grandes. More likely, we're not going to be streaming. We're going to be with the common folk. We're going to be chilling, parlaying with peoples. I mean, if the girls want to do something, let me know. I set it for you. If not,
Nessa can't.
Oh, that's right.
It is baby shower weekend.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to talk to you. I know John already talked to you, but I'm gonna have to talk to you too. But yeah, this is until Sunday morning, 10:55 a.m., 11 a.m. Kickoff time. We are having Clash in Italy. We will be broadcasting live from Baby Bros Pizza. So it's good to be back in the city of Long Beach. So we're looking forward to having that. And there will be a tribal war zone Monday morning on the West Coast, 12 o'clock noon Central, and then obviously the East Coast, 2 o'clock Eastern. So there will be a tribal war zone, and like I always say, who's going to be here? You just have to tune in to find out, because it doesn't matter which entity of the Fab Four is going to be here. It could be the Terror Twins. It could be the Chaotic Duo. It could be the Best in the West. It could be the Big Three. You just don't know. You just got to tap in and find out. So with that being said, y'all enjoy the rest of your wrestling fixture this week, and always, Faith. Always. Lock back in, go back into retirement. Quit teasing us coming in and out of retirement, all right? We'll be waiting for you on the other side. I used to love PBS growing up, man. Shout out to PBS. Shout out to Wishbone. That was my favorite show.
Shout out to Rainbow.
Arthur.
Yeah. Especially Arthur. Ghost Rider. I used to like
Dragon Tales.
Dragon Tales. I didn't watch that one. That song was annoying. But yes, some shows I watched, some shows I didn't. Sue me. If it ain't Barney, 9 times out of 10, I wasn't watching shit.
You see, no, how dare you?
I didn't watch Bananas in Pajamas either.
I did.
Listen, I gave that show one opportunity and it let me down because I thought it was a cartoon because of the intro. And then when they got to the actual show, I was like, fuck out of here. Never watched it again. But that's Nessa. That is John. I'm Trail. We will see y'all Sunday for Clash.
It's the legend, calling up.